Hey everyone, it's Nikachu, Merfolk Master. Today we're going to play some Premodern. Premodern today, and we still have Merfolk. We have Guys Skyfolk. This is a Miracle Grow deck featuring Creon Dryad as a creature that grows for every non-green spell, basically a blue, all the blue spells that we play will grow off of. Werebear is like our Tarmogoyf, where if you have Threshold, becomes a 4/4, and we have a 2/2 beater in the air with Guys Skyfolk. But I really should call it the Miracle Growth deck, because it's Miracle Grow in the main deck, but it's also Oath of Druids in the sideboard because we were going to cheat into play Chroma Angel of Wrath for the red decks, whether it be goblins or mono red. They're going to get their head kicked in by this card. And even if they have no creature in play, you know what? We'll force them. We'll force the action with Show and Tell. And the sideboard also features Winter Orb, specifically only for the control decks, because those decks are very clunky. They're very mana intensive. They have to attack with their lands to win. Winter Orb just completely shuts them down. I also think the control decks are pretty strong. They're pretty strong. I think they're built to beat decks like this. Even though I still have a lot of game, I think Winter Orb is going to completely turn the tide in my favor. I really enjoy the gameplay of Premodern, so let's go play 3 matches and see how this deck does. Our first victim is Soup Smuggler, huge grinder in these, these best of 3 free-form games. Our hand, we won the die roll. We have a 1-lander with a cantrip, which is basically the green flag to keep it. On top of that, we have some cards like Daze, so that we can do some stuff with 1 mana. We also have Gush. Although whatever, Gush is going to be good, but we need to find a green source to play our Guys Skyfolk and our Creon Dryad first, though. That is going to be our priority. That is going to be the most important thing that we do. Opponent mulligan to 6. Yeah, if you're looking for a format that has a bit of the gameplay of Pauper, but a little bit more of the power level of Legacy, boom, this is it. Premodern, baby, Premodern. I think the only thing I have against this format is the name is a bit stupid. It's supposed to be like a take on Modern. Like, Modern is the new frame cards. Premodern is like the old frame cards. I think it should just have its own identity, or it should have its own name isolated from other formats. It could be called Classic. Classic. All right, so we're up against a Flooded Strand. Oh, are we up against another blue-white control deck? Because last time that I made a video, we're up against 3 control decks. That's a lot of control decks. If this is a counterspell, that can go to the bottom. We need lands. We still need lands. We did find a land, but there is a problem with this land, in that it doesn't fetch for green because it doesn't exist. We don't have Tropical Island. That's what it's called. Personally, and I know this would ramp up the price of all the decks. Personally, I would prefer. Okay, so I am gonna fetch here, and the reason I'm fetching is because I do want to thin my deck of islands so I can draw a green source for this Creon Dryad, which we drew another one. This is a bit of a problem. I don't really want to play Gush into a mana leak on my turn, so I'm just not. Because I can't even... I mean, I could defend it with a counterspell, but I don't feel the need to yet. Like, I'm not at discard range. Wasteland. Okay, we're doing a pass... Wait a minute, is Wasteland in control? I thought they don't play that card. Okay, we're going to Portent ourselves here. Well, we find our green source, so we're going to keep all these cards. Put Naturalize on the bottom. I guess you have them on the bottom and Opt on top. Use Port Instability? No. No shuffling, please. I'd like to keep all those cards. So we're in okay shape here. They're not... I mean, that's not beautiful. I would prefer to immediately start laying the beat down on our opponent, but, you know, we're doing the best that we can. Oh, you know what's interesting? Actually, I think I could have played this a little bit better. Oh, is our opponent playing an Oath deck as well? I think I could have played this a little bit better. I could have right, the thing on top of my deck right now is a Yavimaya Coast, and I'm going to have to draw into it. I guess it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to have a blue up anyway. I'm going to have a blue up anyway. But the point is, there was a world where I could opt away the naturalize, which I don't think I can even use right now. But I'm going to have a blue up anyway for this opt, so it's not going to be a big deal. And we'll just pass. And they want a swords, and I'm going to say okay. Nothing I can do about that at the moment. And if they want a wasteland, I'm not thrilled about it, but I'm not going to be super unhappy about it either, because we do have days in our hand, and the days get stronger. Ooh. I can gush, then foil. I do have to get rid of this thing. Sylvan Library is a little bit too strong of a card. Let's play this. Oh, you know what I can do? We can draw the naturalize. We can draw a naturalize, actually. Sure. Guess I just have to be worried about the wasteland on the... Well, no, wasteland on the Avamai coast changes everything. Yeah. I wish I had Stifle here. I don't. Maybe I did have to fight over that. Okay, so we are going to do... I guess we're going to immediately draw into our naturalize, put it on top, and then we need to dig for a green source. That's not a green source. Okay, we need to find either green source or, what's it called? Mox Diamond. We find neither. We are in a lot of trouble. Okay, it looks like I had to foil. Looks like I had to foil that thing, which would not have been terrible either. Well, now what do I do? I guess we're just gonna die. Discard. I guess the Skyfolk. I can discard another island. No, I have to keep an island. No, I want to undo that. I need to keep an island for foil, because this is going to get worse. Let's just discard the stupid days. I don't need this days. Discard Werebear. No, I'm going to keep Werebear. Get rid of the Skyfolk. Okay, we're up against Banned Control. Or Banned something. Maybe it's Ban Oath for all I know. It was a difficult spot when they played the Sylvan Library. I can gush and foil it away. But the problem with that line is I would end up with a board state like this, where my opponent has like 5 lands and I only have 1. Anyway, it's a... Ooh. Okay, we definitely have to counter this. Because... No, I don't have to counter... Well, no, yeah, I have to counter this. Discard this. Discard... Counter spell. I felt like it was an Oath deck. I wonder if it's an Oath deck that desperately needs its lands. Okay, I'm gonna play Island. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown away that counter spell. I can't even play the green cards in my hand. I should make mention, I don't think I've ever played against Oath before. And I always suspected that the matchup was probably rough, because they have a lot of mana where they can get up on mana, so it's not like I can choke their mana out with Wasteland, Winter Orb. Not to mention they got a lot of tools for that anyway. And the onus is on me to like put a creature in play, and then Oath of Druids, like all I've got is Naturalize as a means of trying to combat that. I can get beat up here by this treetop village now. Well, opponent only has 3 cards, so if we find ourselves a green source here, maybe we can get a guy's Skyfolk down and protect it. And by protect it, I mean hope it doesn't die. Our opponent dies first. Well, there's the Mox time. Okay, I'm just gonna concede. Just gonna concede. I've seen enough here. I've seen enough. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do here. I'm pretty confident in every matchup in Premodern, except I've never played against Oath, and I really just don't know what to do versus Oath. I have a feeling I'm just going to die. I have a feeling I have to... I don't think I can change anything. So if I bring in Winter Orb... Like, it's going to be a battle between their Mox Diamonds versus my Mox Diamonds and Werebear. Of course, I have to play creatures. I'm glad I have Naturalize. I think I just don't change anything. And I just hope that I can, like, tempo my opponent out. We had a pretty good hand, but we couldn't play a creature immediately on turn 2. This hand's very similar as like the last one. We're going to keep it. But now that we know it's Oath, I'm going to be a lot more on my guard. So we'll immediately play Sleight of Hand, looking for lands. We do find a land. Keep it. Keep it no matter what. Because we need to get to at least 2 lands for a counterspell. The hand looks great on the surface. This is worse! Well, not that I had any removal in the first place. Alright! But you have a creature. Whenever this creature attacks, defending player can't play spells. That's fine. Truth be told, it's not fine, but... How are you going to Oath when you have a creature in play already? The clock is on. My clock's better, by the way. Carpet of Flowers. I can technically foil that away. I can also let that resolve. I can like gush. Oh, I have a flyer too. Yeah, maybe I just let this maybe I just let this thing sit for a little while. Let it sit put, stay put. Seal of Cleansing, sure. Doesn't affect me. Whenever the creature attacks, defending player can't cast spells this turn. So basically the turn it attacks is maybe the turn I'm dead. I will... Let's start off with Portent. Premodern Dryad. I'd love that immediately, but I can't draw it immediately. So put this on the bottom, top. Oh no, I can draw this, but use Portent's ability? No. Okay, so we can draw this thing immediately because we have Gush. We have Gush. Gush is a great card, isn't it? We're gonna play this thing, and now I don't even have islands in play for this Carpet of Flowers. That's it. That's all I can do with my turn. That's all I can do with my turn. Pass. We'll put ourselves in a position where the Xanthid Swarm, if they, if the Swarm want to swarm, then they're gonna die first. Sylvan Library. Do you want? I don't want that to resolve. Okay, we got to take a stand somewhere. Also, we need to grow our Premodern Dryad. You get nothing, and you will enjoy it. Another Premodern Dryad. Okay, let's attack for 2. I don't know if I want to play this one, because I will be defenseless. I sort of just want to play 2 opts. What's the worst thing could happen next turn? Okay, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do anything. I don't want to get greedy here. So I was sort of greedy in game 1. Okay, you get 1 mana. Spend it wisely with your Carpet. Carpet of Flowers is insane. Turn this enchantment to its owner's hand, draw 3 cards, then discard 4 cards. That sounds strong. Sounds like you're digging for something. Sounds like I don't want that to happen. Would you like to throw your Xanthid Swarm away? Nope. Okay. We're gonna play... Okay, let's attack with the Quirion Druid. I think we're gonna play at least one Opt. Maybe not. Okay, no, we'll play one Opt. Portent, I like that. Put that on top. Now we can dig deeper for something useful. None of these are particularly useful. I think I'm going to shuffle them away. Yeah, I can go any order. Or are they useful? So, no, I think I want more counter magic if I can find anything, or anything that can interact with my opponent. Any order, and we'll shuffle them away. I've seen bigger and better before. We get the Skyfolk anyway. Guess we can put another Skyfolk on the battlefield. Alright, they conceded. Yeah! Tempo! Tempo can win. What can I do about that Xanthid Swarm? Nothing. They transform into like a different deck post-board. What if we become the Oath of Druids deck? Can't remember. I think their big creature beats our... Is it? I think it's that Terra thing. Hey, if you're watching, like, what are the big cards that beats Oath? If there are any. Is it like that graveyard removal? I don't know. My sideboard is pretty tight. I don't have a whole lot of room to change it here. So I will not change it. What's interesting, you know, they have Seal of Cleansing for my Winter Orb, but maybe Winter Orb is actually okay because it's... It'll overload the Seal of Cleansing on my Mox Diamond. But then at the same time, they're pretty mana efficient. They're not really that clunky. And they're playing with Carpet of Flowers. All right, let's see if this is my first time against Oath. On paper, it looks terrible to me. It looks really bad. I'll keep this hand. It looks so bad to me on paper. Yep. It looks like we're gonna get killed this game. They start off with on 2 mana. We're really slow. Start off with the Swarm, killing off our counter spells. Oh yeah, this is awful. Awful, 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 awful. We get a forest though. So I'm gonna start off with the Yavimaya Coast. And I guess we're gonna go sleight of hand. Ooh, I like that a lot. All right, we got ourselves a Mox. But it's so late. I am going to take the Mox Diamond. And then do nothing with it. I can't really make any use of this card, unfortunately, this turn, so I'll just wait on it. Don't want to give my opponent any information that we don't want to give them. So they can freely attack with their Xanthid Swarm and basically kill off both of our counter spells. How is that? I just can't cast anything? Defending player can't cast spells this turn. Gotcha. Huh? This is sick. I'll say yes. I hope we find the, what's it called card? Choose target opponent. I'll choose you. You're going to kill your own Xanthid Swarm? I'd love to use the ability. We just got a Werebear. So lame. What to do? Well, okay, I can't play any more creatures. This is it. I will play the Mox Diamond, I guess. No, I still don't need to play the Mox Diamond. Okay, we'll just pass. You want to keep attacking with the Xanthid Swarm, go for it. I'm winning the race. So this Oath of Druids is not working. Unless they now plan on path to exiling their Xanthic Swarm. Am I pronouncing this right? Xantid Swarm. Okay, Xantid Swarm. Oh no, it's the Seal of Cleansing. Yeah, that resolves. Got another island. Well, how do I get cards into... I can't... It's hard to get cards into the graveyard, to be honest. Okay, we'll attack. For 1. I'm attacking for more than you're attacking me. Nice Oath of Druids deck. With your creatures. Too many creatures. Okay, I'm going to play Mox Diamond. I'm going to discard the... I want to discard the island, because if I discard the island, like, our opponent can't use Carpet of Flowers to abuse it, but at the same time, if I get rid of the island, I can't play Gush in the future. So doing what? I'll get rid of the forest instead, and we're just going to pass. And if they want to play Seal of Cleansing on the Mox Diamond, that's fine, because that also buffs up my graveyard. I'm just 1 card off from Threshold. So what you now you don't want to you're not so eager to attack anymore with the Xanthid Swarm, huh? Alright, well, I'm not so eager to attack with my Werebear. Let's see if I can find a Naturalize first. Funny how that works, huh? Funny how that works. Already found a Gush. I'll wait till next turn to Gush. It's a very funny game. This is Magic the Gathering, though. This is, this is Magic the Gathering as it was originally intended. In my opinion. I guess my opponent's also waiting for perhaps a... No, I can't do anything about this. Are you gonna, like, Path to Exile your... Not Path to Exile. Are you gonna Swords to Plowshares your Swarm? What's going on here? You're going to hard cast one of your win conditions. Parallax Wave. So you can remove a counter. Exile target creature. And this thing... Oh, yeah, this card. That resolves because I can't play spells. So I have to find the Naturalize. It's not... Oh, you got to be... Well, it didn't matter. The stupid Swarm card. Okay, so we will Gush. Gush for a rush. We do find the Naturalize. What are we even going to destroy? I guess the Oath. I don't want to waste my mana here. Yeah, we'll blow up Oath. Ugh, what's the best way to do this? Or do I blow up Parallax Tide? No, I gotta blow up the Oath. And then I can actually empty my hand. Empty my hand of Werebears. How much mana do I have available? I can replay this land. I can try to Oh, wait a minute. Oh, do they have the seal in play anymore? No, they don't have the seal. That's important. Because I could lose all my creatures. Yeah, I better not play into that. I better not fall for that trick, because that is a pretty damn good trick. Probably shouldn't even have Kuran Dryad in play. Probably doesn't matter. Alright. Overload this Parallax Tide. What I really need is the Gaia Skyfolk of all the creatures. I need Gaia Skyfolk in play. There it goes again. So if there's, what, Seal of Cleansing, I'm doomed. Opalescence. Each other non-aura enchantment is a creature. Okay. Can't do anything about that. Okay, what's gonna happen? Oh, you can exile itself, right? Is that the combo? And then I just lose the creatures permanently. And this thing comes back. What the hell was I up against? It was like, it's like Oath Opalescence. Anyway, I couldn't beat a Xanthid Swarm. Strong card. Anyway, I concede. I say good games. And I'm dead. I'm just happy that we went to game 3 because I think actually this match is probably one of the harder ones for me. All right, let's get into match 2. We lost the die roll. We have no blue mana in our hand, so we got to mulligan this. That forest reminds me, I'm supposed to remove one of the forests for that like unsomething paradise. This hand looks great. Well, maybe not great, but it's good. We're gonna keep it. We'll throw away. I don't have any islands in my hand, so I'll get rid of Gush. We have no islands. We're so far away from that dream. Probably we're just going to go turn 1 Portent and pass. Swamp. 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 Okay, you have my coast. Portent. We got Flightostrand. That's good. We'll keep... Okay, something's going to get shuffled away. What do I want shuffled away? I think game 1. I don't remember any enchantments are in a black deck, so I'll put the naturalize on the bottom. We'll lose that. We'll lose the naturalize. There's like an enchantment in every single deck, but we'll lose that one. It's okay. We don't need that one. Rishadan Port. Coming to port me down. Sure. I guess we'll just go island. Do nothing? Yeah, island do nothing. Pass. And then I guess depending on what our opponent does, it'll help me decide whether we shuffle or not. If they somehow play an enchantment, it's that big of a deal. Oh, this looks like a Winter Orb deck. Ooh, this is ugly. This is very, 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 very ugly. You can sacrifice Mishra's Factory. The answer is it resolves. Yes, it resolves. What would you like to do? They're going to probably whiff. They're probably going to name Gush or something. Oh, they named Counterspell. All right, swing and a hit. I lose Counterspell. Not a bad name, especially since I didn't really have anything to do with my one land and pass. It's like if I have a clunky hand, what card is in my hand that would be clunky? So I think our opponent is, yeah, they're going to animate the Mishra's Factory. So they're actually losing 2 cards. We're losing 3. So it's not the worst exchange in the entire world. It's a 3 for 2. Am I happy about it? No. Also, actually, it's almost a 4 for 2. Because they now know about days, which makes it very difficult to make use out of days. Also, the Mox Diamond is pretty useless too. Okay, we'll fetch. Here's the good news, chat. Here's the good news. My graveyard is slowly filling up for this Werebear. I'm just going to play the Werebear. Pass. It's a lonely 1/1 at the moment. It's on its way to get bigger and better. Smother, it's dead. It died. Dress away. Oh, I should daze that. That was stupid. Because this daze is useless. So now it's going to take the sleight of hand, and they can play around daze. What? That card is worthless. That was a very dubious take, in my opinion. Okay, we got another Werebear. And it's a big one now. Oh, it's a big bear. The right to bear arms. Okay, I can't do anything about this one. I was lucky as hell, though, in that first duress. They could have just taken the sleight of hand. Like, that Mox Diamond's not doing anything at this point. You know, it's almost like when people were, like, thought-seizing my Ether Vial in my hand on turn... But this is, like, turn 5, too. That is fine. Tap down my island. Go for it. Naturalize, which actually is useful because the Mishra's Factory can be destroyed off of Naturalize. Mishra's Factory turns into an artifact. So it's not completely useless. All right, go Tarmogoyf, go. This is the Tarmogoyf of the format. Go, Goyf, go! Gotta fill that graveyard. This is perfect. Oh, I guess we're not gonna blow out the opponent because they're gonna Rishin port one of my lands. But if we draw another land, we can attack. They'll block with the factory. They'll try to pump it up twice, and then we naturalize it, and they're gonna feel big sad for that. Land? Not a land. Yeah, we better. Okay, hold on. Can I attack? Attack. Activate Mutavault. Block. +3/+3. Activate 4/4. Yeah, it'll just exchange. They can exchange one Mishra's Factory for one Werebear. Not a good exchange for me. I love all these cards. Let's put Mox Diamond on the bottom. Got a Skyfolk on top and an island on top. Use Sport Sensibility? No. And we'll just pass. So we have another threat on the way. And hopefully we can blow the opponent. Well, I guess there's no good way to blow the opponent out. That's not going to happen. Contamination. At the beginning of your upkeep, sack this enchantment unless you sacrifice a creature. If a land is tapped for mana, it produces black instead of any other type and amount of mana. Sure. I think they had to keep the Mishra's Factory up still, though, right? Because now I can attack this turn. This thing's not going to stay around for very long. Like, I'm basically ahead, right? And then what's the point of, like, tapping stuff down? You have contamination. If a land is tapped for mana, it produces black. Fortunately, I can still play the days. Oh, it's interesting. I actually can still play Werebear. I mean, I can use use Naturalize. I don't think I want to use it on the contamination. I really want to use it on a Mishra's Factory, though. There's something more evil, I'll get rid of it. Maybe Phyrexian Arena. Alright, how badly you want this contamination in play? It bought you a turn. How many creatures you want to sack to this thing? Okay! I like where this is going. I like where this is going. This contamination works for me. Contaminated for who? Nether Spirit. So I have to deal with this. Oh, I see. So you want to continuously sack a Nether Spirit every single turn for an eternity. That's what you're telling me here. If it's the only creature in your graveyard. Okay. 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 Oh, my life total's pretty low. Oh, that's why they keep taking the Mox Diamond. Because this can tap for mana and divert around this thing. So this is supposed to be a lock. At the beginning of your upkeep, if this is the only card in your graveyard, you can return it. So that will come back. Well, I might as well wait on one turn, right? I think I can just wait one turn. So I'm going to pass. They're going to sack Nether Spirit. I can destroy the contamination. Or even destroy a Mishra's Factory. No, it's probably not necessary. Okay, I'll just pass for the turn. No. Okay, no. You know what? I'm just gonna hit this. I can hit this. Play Gaia Skyfolk. They attack for 4. I attack for 6. I'm attacking for more. Okay, so we'll I don't think there's any point in waiting here. Oh. Oh yeah, that's fine. Black mana is fine. Still gets destroyed. Destroyed is destroyed. And by the way, in the future, I mean, maybe I should have just done nothing. Again, that contamination was working for me. They have to sack their Nether Spirit every single turn. Oh, I think they wanted to tap out for something that's 5 mana and they forgot they have days. It's gonna happen here. What do you want to do? You want to play into this daze or what? I got a daze. It's dangerous. This is Premodern? Skeletal Scrying. As an additional cost to cast this spell, exile X cards from your graveyard. You draw X cards and you lose X life. How many cards? Oh, X equals 2. Sure. They lost a little bit of life around here. The duress on Mox Diamond makes a little bit more sense. Actually makes a lot more sense. Sure. Sleight of hand. Let's do the old sleight of handy trick. Got ourselves an opt. We're gonna take the opt. I opt to do nothing with it. Okay, we'll attack with both of our creatures. They're gonna perpetually be blocking with this Nether Spirit for quite a while. So I was thinking actually about how to sideboard versus the mono black-ish decks, and I think I'm going to be siding in Oath of Druids, but not take out any of my creatures. So if they... No! Oh, and they can sacrifice Nether Spirit. Interesting. So... I think what I'm going to do... I think I should daze this. So it's like... should I daze it? This is like the guaranteed thing they know about in my hand. And I can also put a land in my hand to play for Mox Diamond. I think I should do that. Okay, so they're going to be on a... it's a complete guess here. And the second time around, I will name Opt. And if they get rid of the Nether Spirit, then they have nothing to block this turn. They name Counterspell again. It fails miserably. So if they sack it again, I'm going to play Opt. And I'll force them to get Mox, take them to the Mox Diamond, which is, it's whatever. I don't care. Discard 2 cards, create a 2/2 black zombie token. Okay, we'll play Opt. If I get a foil, I'll counter it. I got actual counterspell. Should I keep that? So they make a zombie. They can block the werebear. Discarding 2 cards is a lot of cards. They have 1 more Cabal Therapy available. I think I'm ahead. I'm going to keep this counter spell. I think I'm ahead. So, like, they can discard 2 cards, but they'll go down so many cards if they do that. And I don't have to attack with the werebear. Oh, Quirion Dryad's great. Quirion Dryad is great. That's a great draw. Okay, we're just going to attack for 2. Play Mox Diamond, get rid of the island. Play Quirion Dryad off of the werebear. Yeah, I have to do off the werebear. Play Quirion Dryad. They can discard 2 cards, attack me for 6. I would attack them for lethal. So they can't go all out here on this turn. This looks a little sus, actually. The way I've cast this Quirion Dryad. This is super sus. It's super ultra sus. It's funny. This Cabal Therapy named Counterspell 2 times. It whiffed once. I think it hit the Counterspell on the first turn, or very close to the first turn of the game. Very early in the game. Turn 2. And I just want to counter anything, like any random removal spell with this counterspell. Because I think I'm ahead on the board. Like, I'm not losing, in my opinion. All right, see, no attacks. It's fine with me. And I plan on just chipping away from in the air. Forest sucks. Can't really attack with the Werebear because it can be blocked by Nether Spirit and a Mishra's Factory that pumps up, so it's just going to be a 1-for-1 where I take down a Mishra's Factory. Now, interesting, our opponent can play around the counterspell because they can main phase, tap down, you have a Maya Coast, and then go to the second main phase, and I don't have counterspell mana up again. What is this? I don't know what this is, but we're going to find out in a second. Is this some sort of everything gets -2, -2? Okay, Sickening Dreams, 2 mana. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard X cards. It deals X damage to each creature and each player. Alright, that's close to... I mean, I knew something was up. So they actually could play around counters. I could be screwed, actually. I think if they ported me after blocks, that would have been absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating for me. Because it plays around counterspell. Okay, we won the game. Okay, so I'm gonna experiment with something new because I've been having, like, I think the matchup is fine, but I think it's also still challenging to be playing with about 12 creatures versus a deck with like infinite removal spells. So I'm wondering if I can play Oath of Druids versus this type of deck. They've only Nether Spirit, but there's a lot of situations where that Nether Spirit is on the battlefield, and I'm gonna bring in. I think I'm gonna bring in everything. We are going to bring in the whole kit and caboodle. They are a very mana-intensive deck. I guess we're going to just get rid of the counterspells. It's so hard for these things to be pulled off, and counterspells in general are really bad versus discard in general. What else are we going to get rid of? I may not bring in the Show and Tell. Show and Tell might be a little fancy here. Because... well, what's the worst thing that could happen, to be honest? Well, I need some way to get a Chroma in play if it's in my hand, so I guess we're going to live with that. I got to get rid of 7 cards, though. That's still a lot of cards. I want the Winter Orbs. Winter Orb is good. I want the Gushes. Okay, I have to make some cuts, it seems. Got to make some sacrifices here. I want all the card advantage. Okay. Do I really need Winter? Do I really need you, Winter Orb? I need to get rid of 7 cards here. I want to be able to answer Contamination, but maybe it's not that important because it's only a soft block because of both Werebear and Mox Diamond. So the whole point is, like, if they kill my creature, Oath of Druids is going to bring some creatures back. And, like, what's the worst that's going to come from my opponent's deck? What, a Nether Spirit? I don't care. Screw Nether Spirit. I guess I have to get rid of some cantrips. 5? Okay, well, okay, we have to make some sacrifices. Looks like we can't play with Winter Orb, and I will not play with 2 Sleight of Hand, because that's the weaker cantrip. Alright, let's go. Let's oath them out! Let's try to oath them out. We got Oath. But most importantly, we have Show and Tell. We're going to keep this. So the point being is, if we play Oath and we play a creature and they get Nether Spirit, then they kill our creature, then we will perpetually get something probably better every other turn of the game. Another Oath. This may be too many Oaths at this point. Flooded Strand, pass. I do believe in thinning my deck with these things. I don't expect our opponent to be putting me under a lot of pressure. Also, actually, the fetch line protects me versus Rishadan Port on turn whatever. Ooh, Zombie Infestation. That's great! Okay, how many zombies do you want to make? In the face of my Oath of Druids. It will be hilarious. You can make 8 creatures. And I will catch up. to the creatures that you produce, right? Oh no, you can't make 8 creatures. You have only 4 cards in your hand. Okay, let's see how well this tech works. You have an enchantment, I also have an enchantment. Haha! Be my guest. Zombie infestation player. That's right. You don't want to do anything now. Contamination. Yes. Okay, so it's only when there's Nether Spirit in play that I am totally screwed. So I can't play anything yet. And remember, okay, I'll always keep a land in my hand for Mox Diamond. So then we draw that, we can get around the contamination. This is an interesting game, actually. Okay, they get the Nether Spirit. Oh, so we've got... No, but they have a creature in play. What are you going to sacrifice? Are you going to sacrifice the zombie and not bring Nether Spirit in play? Is it forced? At the beginning of your upkeep, if this card is the only creature card in your graveyard, you may return it to your hand. So our opponent had the option, sack the zombie to the contamination and leave Nether Spirit in the graveyard. And then we'd probably be locked out of the game, to be honest, until we find a Mox Diamond. It would be Mox Diamond or bust. Okay, I take all this damage. Whew! You have more creatures than me. This is gonna be great. Come on, a Chroma or Werebear. Oh, it's a Chroma! It's a Chroma. We lost Mox Diamond though. It's the only unfortunate thing. Alright, good luck. Contaminate that. The plan, it's working. It's a bit jank, but it's working. I can fly over your stupid zombie too. This doesn't even work. Can't even block. I mean, there's no other creatures in the deck anyway. It's just going to be Nether Spirits. It's just a bunch of Nether Spirits. And this is like partially the point. A Chroma, great versus the red decks, but also if it's in play, I mean, they have to make me sack the creature because that's pro black as well. And we won the match. All right, this wild sideboard plan might be exactly what I need to do to beat the black control decks. Okay, that was round 2. Let's go into our round 3. Here for round 3, we lost the die roll. Our hand is pretty promising. If we draw one more land, the hand is really good because we can play like something on turn 1 while still holding up nothing. But we can play something on turn 1. We're gonna keep it. Whatever. We'll take it by ear. Mountain Jackal-Pup. All right, it's Red Sly. I can still win game 1. Ideally, if we were on the play, but we can still win game 1. It's not impossible. We'll go, I guess, Island, Sleight of Hand. Let's see what we can draw here. Hopefully a land. That is not what I wanted. I didn't want another Mox Diamond. We'll take the foil, which is not terrible. How are we going to do this? Probably, we're hoping for an island. We'll play the island Gush, replay a land with Mox Diamond, play Creon Dryad, play Opt, Cursed Scroll, sure. Pretty far away from that thing being active. Island? Not... What? What? Another one? Another one? Okay, Opt. Still, if we draw an island, it'll be... Okay, that's good. So we'll put that on top. We'll play the island. We'll float some... I could play both Mox Diamonds now. So we'll... It's probably stupid. Well, I might actually do it. I might be so crazy I might actually do it. I have 2 foils in my hand. They'll be so useless. They will be so incredibly useless. All right, let's not do that then. Let's play our Creon Dread. I'll hold up one of these foils and get rid of the other Mox Diamond. Yes. I had to think about that for a very long time. And then any random blue card that we draw, we can just counterspell over and over and over again. Seal of Fire. That can kill my Quirion Dryad, so we can't let that happen. Get rid of definitely the island. Do I get rid of this Mox Diamond? What if I draw like a green source? No, I don't want to be down on too many cards. We just have to hope that we draw a blue source. And then we can just counterspell from here. They attack, that's fine. Okay, they're choked on mana, which is somewhat convenient. Because I'm not really... I know we have to... Like, to some extent, we have to preserve our life total, but at the same time, I don't want to trade this with the Jackal Pup. Especially if they're choked on mana, you can race them. Oh, that's not good. They drew their land before we did. We have nothing to do this turn. That's the biggest problem is we're going to waste our mana this turn. And by waste, I mean we have nothing to do this turn. All right, Mog Fanatic has arrived. See, another Seal of Fire has arrived. That seems poorly coordinated. Oh, no, that got punished by the forest. Okay, I'm going to attack for 2. Because if I play Gaia's Skyfolk, they're just going to sack the Seal of Fire on the Quirion Dryad. That would make us big sad. So instead, we attack first, get in the damage, play a Gaia's Skyfolk. This is going to trigger. They're going to sack the Seal of Fire. But that's one less Seal of Fire on our Gaia's Skyfolk. And now I'm at a point where I'm going to try to block this Jackal Pup with the Gaia's Skyfolk because we are pretty sufficiently behind. Incinerate kills this thing. It's okay. We needed to draw like one more land off of that Gush. It didn't happen. Ah, well, this is too late. Everything was going pretty good until that happened. Don't worry, though. Don't worry, everybody. Because in game 2 and 3, we're going to wipe our opponent off the face of the earth. Like, their game 1 plan versus us, great. It's very, very good. Frankly, every single one of our creatures dies to every single thing that they do. Like, see? Like, every single spell in their deck beats our creatures, and it's very hard to defend against, unless we can get a big Quirion Dryad out really, really early. But post-board, we just get him so hard. Oh, we're going to get him. The plan is simple, chat. We're going to side out all our creatures and side in. Oh, by the way, into the game 3, I replaced a forest with an undiscovered paradise. Which is fine. I still drew my only forest, which was frustrating. That's okay. We're going to side in all the creatures. I meant to experiment with Undiscovered Paradise for a long time, but I just keep forgetting to put it in my deck. And we get rid of all the creatures. So we're just basically a combo deck in games 2 and 3. And it's very good. They cannot beat an Akroma. They can't. It's impossible for them. This Akroma, it's literally... it's basically a flying true name nemesis to them. With haste! And twice the size. They just cannot beat an Akroma. This plan is great. I mean, we already saw the plan versus the mono black deck. And this plan is great versus goblins, and it's great versus Sly. And this is mono red Sly is a very popular deck. People love burn. It's not just that they love burn. This hand's okay. I'm gonna keep this hand. Yeah, the hand's fine. So we have, if we find a show and tell, or we find a green source for Oath of Druids, that'll be okay. And we do have a counterspell to slow the game down. So I would say this hand is pretty premium. So we just need a green source for Oath of Druids. That's an awkward hand. Huh. I don't want the Akroma, but I do want the cantrips. So I guess we'll put Akroma on the bottom. Gush up, opt up, and we can scry away the Akroma. We'll put it on the bottom. Use Importance ability, no. So probably what's going to happen is they're going to play land, do something. On turn 2, I'm going to go counter spell, and then on my turn 3, We'll opt at our upkeep, so we better put a stop to get rid of the Acroma, and then I can gush and hopefully find something useful. Or hopefully find green source for this Oath of Druids. They'll put some creatures on the board. They always do. That does nothing. You're going to have to kill your own Grim Lavamancer, actually. If only you knew. If only you knew. And I'll pass. And if they do nothing, we'll just opt and... we'll just opt anyway. We'll opt to get rid of the Acroma. Jackal Pup. What's funny is Grim Lavamancer can actually kill off everything else on the board too. Anyway, I want to get rid of this thing. It's just let's not take too much damage. Like, there's a lot of creatures in this deck. I got another creature is going to arrive for sure. I guess they're holding up Pyroblast. Or maybe they're just holding up Grim Lavamancer for the Jackal Pup. Oh, okay, upkeep. We'll opt. Opt away the Acroma because we don't need a second one. Draw Yavimaya Coast. Okay, let's see what happens here. We're going to take a damage. Okay, what are you going to do with that Grim Lavamancer? This is going to be hilarious. Because they can kill it. They can kill their own Grim Lavamancer if they want. That's probably their best choice. And next turn we can go for like a big gush play or something. Gonna kill the Grim Lavamancer? No, gonna go after me. That's a mistake they're not gonna make a second time around. I think in future games they will kill off their own creatures to survive. I wonder what they do versus Oath. I mean, I think against Oath they usually just swing for as much damage and kill them anyway. They don't care. Anyway, they're expecting that I'm going to have like Werebears and Kuron Dryads, but I'm going to play an Acroma Angel of Wrath. And that's not what they're expecting. At all. Yeah, you can go for it. Go for it. Yeah. It's gonna need a lot more than that to beat an Acroma. Oh, clever. Okay. So you are gonna kill your Grim Lavamancer. Okay, they fear. They fear something bad is about to happen. I will do nothing at my upkeep. So from here we will gush. Hopefully we draw something. We have to specifically draw. What's it called? Show and tell. Got foil. I'll keep that on top. Counter a big counter spell or something. I have nothing else to do with the mana, and I will pass. Damn, our opponent was clever. I couldn't counter the Seal of Fire anyway. Not that I wanted to. Okay, I guess we're just going to pass the turn for a little while. They're in a bit of a pickle, though, because of the Cursed Scroll. Cursed Scroll is not... I mean, they're just going to have to just blind fire off Cursed Scroll. On top of that, I now have a Naturalize for it, just in case that gets too strong. Or gets too good, I should say. Incinerate. So in response to Incinerate, I will deal a damage to myself. Eat off that Cursed Scroll. I'm like 99% certain they've got a counter. They got a Pyroblast in hand. Just the way that they're playing. We might need to save this foil for very specifically. Okay, they're just going to play this as a 1/1 and shoot us. It's fine. So now we're digging very specifically for show and tell. And we need to have foil backup. I will pass. We'll just pass the turn for a few turns. Opponent's playing well. Playing very clever. Maybe I'm going to lose to Mono Red Sly. Maybe I'm going to lose to Mono Red after all. I'm going to attempt to, like, just gush at end of turn without having to return any lands to my hand. There is a world where if we draw 3 Mox Diamonds, we can actually just hard cast a Chroma. There is a world. It's not a great world, but it's a world. Was this Fire Blast? 1 Fire Blast to deal 4 damage. I don't want to. I think I don't want to fight this. Sleight of hand. We'll fight in the future when our opponent doesn't have so much mana. Oh man, we're drawing everything except the show and tell here. we're fighting everything but the show and tell. Okay, keep passing. Keep finding Jackal Pups or something. Well, Oath of Druids is buying us a lot of turns. Not that they're particularly useful. We can put an island in play. If we need to, we can put it back in our hand with Daze. Well, all I need is an Undiscovered Paradise. Mog Fanatic, sure. We'll deal 1 damage. Show and tell. Oh! We got 1 white source. We're 1 white source closer to hard casting the Achroma. I would say we're not even favored to win from here. As crazy as that sounds. We're 2 white sources. Okay, so definitely pass. Sorry, we have 2 white sources. We are 1 white source away from playing this Achroma. Which would be crazy. It would just be absolutely crazy. Okay, I better just cast this thing and discard the Flooded Strand because I certainly don't want to take any damage. 2 white sources, people. 2 white sources. Oh no! Destroy our artifact if its mana value is 2 or less. Oh, so I actually had to sandbag this? I don't want to lose this card, but at the same time I don't want to lose any counter magic. Our opponent can just like okay, what are the okay, I think I gotta protect this card. As dumb as this sounds. Ugh, this seems so stupid. No, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. It's okay. We don't need this. There are 3 show and tells, and there are 3 what's it called? Mox Diamonds left in our deck. Okay, there we go. I suspect our opponent is going to play a Pyroblast, and we're gonna have a war. We're about to go to war, and I can win it. Unfortunately, they're at 19 life, which is very unfortunate. That's a 4-turn clock. Okay, we'll put a Chroma in play. Opponent he's probably going to put, I don't know, maybe Ball Lightning. Which will do nothing. Grim Lavamancer's not bad. Oh, that is... Oh no! I attacked through my attack. Sorry, I skipped through my attack step. That is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Okay, so now we're gonna die. Now we're gonna die a horrible death. Actually, there's no point in countering that. Sorry, no point in foiling that. We have days. So if I attack, they deal 2 to me. I attack again, they deal 2 to me. I attack again. We would lose. Like, we are losing anyway. Funny enough. And I cannot interact with the Grim Lavamancer. I didn't keep that in mind. Maybe I had to counter like something a little bit earlier. I had to keep my life total above enough so that the Grim Lavamancer wasn't going to kill me if I show and tell it in play. Oh, this actually helps me a lot. Because now there's no lands in play. Okay, so now it's not clear that we're dead. That's funny. We might win this game because our opponent doesn't have any lands left. There's no mountain. If they brick on mountains for a few turns, we win. Oh, the Mox Diamonds now. The game is such a tease. So if they brick on a land here, then we won. Because I missed an attack. It was just it was like a stupid moto click through. They found the mountain. Oh, no. Yeah, I did win. I did win because our opponent dies this turn. Can I don't have anything to save myself here. Oh, they're letting me win. Oh, that's very nice of you. That's nice of you. They didn't have to do that, so I was going to attack for 6. So now here's the question. Now what happens? They know my plan. So they can side all the creatures out. I think I still do this thing, though. I don't think I change anything. I wonder if Winter Orb gains value post-board because they're mana efficient, but not with Curse Scroll. Curse Scroll is clunky. Like if they wanna play a creature plan, then Winter Orb is Winter Orb's terrible. But if they're gonna go into more of a control plan, just play with like mostly burn spells and control cards, Winter Orb's it will be better. I don't want to say it's great. It will be better. Anyway, I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to change my plan. I'm just going to submit this, but with a little bit more experience. If I were to know for sure... Oh, my opponent says, well, I did figure you didn't have to miss that attack. Yeah, I accidentally skipped it. Okay, our hand is fine. Turns out we can't play Mox Diamond until the right moment. So we'll keep this. And we are digging for a chroma or anything. Okay, they are going to be on the creature plan. Okay, we do find everything. So, oh, sorry, no, we don't find. Okay, I'm looking for a chroma, not show and tell. So actually, all these cards are bad. Because we need Oath or... We need Oath or an Achroma. Use Portent's ability? Yeah, we'll use a Portent's ability and pass. Got ourselves a sleight of hand. So next turn we can play probably Island, Mox Diamond, get rid of the... Actually, maybe we'll just get rid of an Island, keep the Undiscovered Paradise, just in case we get into another game where we have to desperately use Desperation. Seal of Fire, that's fine. If we have to desperately cast an Achroma somehow. Okay. Well, I do think we should just go for it here. They might have Pyroblast. They might have Pyroblast. If they don't... That's good for us. Maybe we'll get rid of this undiscovered paradise. No, okay, I'm going to keep the undiscovered paradise because we literally have a chroma in hand. And if we just peel a bunch of lands, it's just how it's going to be. Okay, they do have a Pyroblast, it looks like. Yep, or Red Elemental, whatever. You all know what I'm talking about. It's funny, Seal of Fire can deal with the Jackal Pop at a worst case scenario. Incinerate's going to incinerate me. Slighty of handy. Found Gush. Yeah, we'll take a Gush. In fact, we'll play it this turn. It was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad Gush. Didn't find us anything useful. I wonder, was it just better to pass the turn back and forth? Our opponent felt confident playing an Incinerate there. Tapping out again. So my life total is at 11. It goes down, basically down to 9. Because of the Seal of Fire on the battlefield. What is this? Artifact deals X damage to that player where X is the number of cards in their hand minus 4. Oh, so if I have a lot of cards in hand, this is bad for me. Too many Jackal Pups. Too many Jackal Pups. One too many Jackal Pups. I can't beat this aggro. It's too aggro for me. Yeah, I should opt. There's a green source. It's useless. Put on the bottom. Another green source. Oh, I guess we're going to lose this one. I didn't particular like, even though our opponent was relatively strongly signifying a counterspell, didn't really feel like it was necessary for me to wait. I'm now at 4 life. Okay, okay. That's what we needed to see. But I think we're technically losing. I don't see myself winning this game. Opponent can just play random burn spells. I mean, they might be a mountain off from Fire Blast. Oh god, that's not good. That is not good at all. They didn't put anything in play. Is it just burn spells? What kind of burn spells is also very important. Lightning Bolt, alright, I'm not dead. Immediately. What does this do? How much does that activate? Just 1? There's 6 cards in the graveyard. Okay, so I'm going to die. Yeah, I lose. Because they can Seal a Fire me to 1, activate Barbarian Ring. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll attack for 6. I guess they were trying to play around Stifle or something. So I go to 1. They can, and now the threshold is online for the Barbarian Ring. Yeah. All right, good games. Opponent gave us game 2. We still couldn't close it out. I don't have to concede. We can just go to 0 as it was meant. Opponent says we have a cool deck. You know what? I agree. We do have a cool deck. I think I drew a little cold there, but I'm still happy how it played out. I'm still pretty happy. Now, despite that, I have to admit my opponent played very well because they did not play into my Oath of Druids in game 2, and the game went really, really, really long. But we eventually got there. And then in game 3, I guess I only had as much, how do I put it? I only had as much gas for one combo, and then I really depended on it to resolve, and it didn't happen. I don't know. I'll have to get a little bit more experience with it. But I'm very, very happy with the transformational sideboard plan. Usually it just wipes the red players right off the field. And if we played Oath of Druids, then our opponent would have been forced to shoot down their Jackal Pup with their Seal of Fire. Maybe I got to be a little bit more patient. My deck has... When the opponent is on the back foot, or how do I put it? If my opponent is going to keep up a red mana every single turn, maybe I had some room to be patient and wait till I could play Show and Tell plus have Counterspell backup, because it will still be pretty game ending. Anyway, I'm very happy with the deck, even though we went 1-2 here. The only other refinements that I keep talking about in the past is maybe getting rid of 2 sleight of hand to increase the number of dazes and foils that I have in my deck to give me like a little bit more room for counter magic. My only disappointment about that is that if we go up, if we go down on cantrips, that might make my control deck, my Oath deck combo plan post-board a little bit weaker because I have a little less things to do to dig for them. Or maybe I can just sacrifice 1 Gush. But I like Gush. Gush is a good card. Although Gush is better when you have more foils in the deck. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And this has been Nikachu playing Miracle Growth in Premodern.